Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Bulldog, aka Jesse, and today is episode 3 of the Grind for Gold, and we'll be working with the M4. So let's take a look at the class setup and the challenges we need to complete to get gold with this weapon. Okay, so this is the class we're going to be running for the M4 to get this thing to gold. First, for our primary weapon, we have the M4. Our secondary weapon is going to be the Pila rocket launcher, and this way we can still level this up while we're working on the rest of our weapons. Our perks are going to be cold-blooded. That will help us not get shot by AI-controlled score streaks. Ghost is going to help us stay off the radar from the enemy. And Shrapnel will let us take 2 pieces of lethal equipment every time we spawn in. As for our lethal equipment, we'll be using the frag grenade. And our tactical is going to be the flash grenade. So now let's take a look at the attachments we're going to be using for the first half of these challenges for the camos. First up is going to be the muzzle, and we're going to use a tactical suppressor. That's going to help us with sound suppression so the enemies won't be able to hear us as easily. The only downside is that the aim down sight speed and the walking steadiness is decreased. Next is going to be the barrel, and we're going to use the stock M16 Grenadier. And this is going to increase our damage range, our bullet velocity, and our recoil control. But again, the downside is we're going to have less movement speed and less aim down sight speed. After that, we have our sight, and our optic is going to be the 4.0 times flip hybrid. And this is just the one that I prefer in the early stages of the weapon. It's really up to you what you want to use. Then we'll move on to our grip and our rear grip. We're going to use the granulated grip tape, and this is going to help with aiming stability and aim walking steadiness. The only problem is the downside to it is the aim walking movement speed goes down. And finally, for attachments, we're going to use an underbarrel, and we're going to use the Commando foregrip. This is going to help with recoil stabilization and aiming stability. The only downside is we lose some movement speed. Next, we're going to take a look at the challenges and see what we need to do to get gold. Okay, and for the camouflages, the first one is spray paint, and you just need a total of 800 kills. That is going to happen over time as you're working on the rest of these challenges, so there's nothing to worry about there. Woodland is 125 headshots in every Call of Duty up to this one. Since probably Ghost, you've had to get headshots to unlock gold. So that should come pretty natural. Sometimes you have to kind of force yourself to look for them, but still, it's not too big of a deal. The next one is digital, and for digital camo, you need a total of 160 crouching kills. This one, for me, I have to force myself to do the crouch because I usually forget about it. So you'll see when we go into some matches that I'll start crouching right away even before I get close to the enemy so I can get these crouching kills. After that is Dragon, and for Dragon you need 75 total hipfire kills. This should happen over time, but on some of the smaller maps you can switch out some attachments and get some of these hipfire kills a little more efficiently. After that we have Splinter, and Splinter is 100 long shots. This will come pretty easily, especially on some of the bigger maps, as well as Topo. Topo is 100 mounted kills. I usually like to combine the Splinter and the Topo. That way I can get long shots and mounted shots at the same time. Tiger is another one that's pretty easy. All you have to do is get 160 kills with all the attachment slots being used. Stripes is a little more situational. You have to get 50 kills quickly after reloading. You only have about 2 to 4 seconds after you finish the reload to finish the kill. So I definitely recommend hardcore for this portion. Next up we have Reptile. And Reptile, you have to get 160 kills with no attachments. On some weapons like the M4, it's not a big deal, but on other weapons like the FAL, it becomes somewhat of an issue. And finally, you have Skulls, and this one you have to get 35 3-kill streaks. So you have to get 3 kills without dying 35 times. That one's not too difficult. It's not as bad as the Bloodthirsties, where sometimes you'll be on a 4 streak and get shot from out of nowhere. So 3 is really a lot more manageable. And then after that, you will have gold. Alright, so we're about to hop into some gameplay, and we're going to be working on the Woodland, the digital, and the dragon camos. So this is going to be crouching, headshots, and hip fires. So let's get into it. So we get to work on crouching, hip fire, headshots, and kills with all attachments. There's a headshot, snapped right on that fool.
X-ray down.
Oh, there's a nice little hip fire. There's another hip fire. Oh, get wrecked, son. Oh, there's a headshot. Oh, another headshot.
Enemy down.
Oh, get headshotted, son. Oh, there's a headshot. Get headshotted, son. Let's get into a crouch. Alright, and let's take a look at the progress we made. We got all our headshots completed. And the crouching kills are all done as well. The hip fire kills have been completed. And kills with all the attachments. All 5 attachment slots are done. The red tiger and the blue tiger look really nice though. We're going to put on the blue tiger. So the next thing we're going to work on is our long shots and our mounted kills. And let's hop back into some gameplay. Oh, there's a long shot. There's another long shot. So if you can get this spawn, you can mount right up on this pole right here. And you have a pretty good range of motion to get your kills, just like that. Oh, there's a nice long shot. And a mounted kill. Alright, and let's take a look at the progress. So now we have completed all the mounted kills. And all of the long shots have been completed as well. So next what we're going to work on is getting 160 kills with no attachments. So what we'll do is we'll go and we'll just take all our attachments off and jump back into another match. Here we go. Oh, got that guy.
Enemy UAV on there.
Alright, so let's see our progress. And we have all 160 kills with no attachments. So now the only thing we have left is to get kills while reloading quickly and to get 3 kills without dying 35 times. So let's look at the class setup for this. The first thing we're going to do is run the sleight of hand perk, and then we're going to do the no stock attachment. That's going to increase our movement speed and our aim down sight speed. Next, for the rear grip, we're going to run the stippled grip tape, and this will increase our aim down sight speed and our sprint to fire speed. So the time it takes from you to stop sprinting to shoot your weapon will be faster. Then we're going to move over to the barrel, and we're going to put on the commando barrel, and this again is going to increase our aim down sight speed and our movement speed. And finally, we're going to add the tactical laser. This is going to increase our aim walking steadiness, aiming stability, and aim down sight speed. Only problem is the enemies can see the laser, but by the time they realize what's going on, they're going to be dead, so it's no big deal. And this is going to be the setup that we're going to run to get our kills quickly after reloading and to get 3 kills without dying 35 times. Let's hop back into it. Get our desktop, get our reload, get a kill, reload, get a kill,
Changing mags.
There's two.
Kill confirmed.
Reloading.
Alright, so one last time, take a look at the camos. And we just completed the get kills quickly after reloading. Some of these camos are really cool. I really like that one. That one's nice. And the get 3 kills without dying 35 times. That one's really cool as well. So now you have unlocked gold camo, and it looks glorious. So we're going to put gold camo on, and then we're going to look at what I think is the best attachments to run for the M4. Alright, so now we have our gold M4, and the first thing we're going to do is add our optic. You could pick whatever one you want, but as you already know, I prefer the canted sight, the canted hybrid. Then for the rear grip, we're going to run the rubberized grip tape, and this is going to help with recoil. Everything we're going to put on this gun is going to help with either damage output or controlling the recoil. Next is going to be the underbarrel, and we're going to use the Merc foregrip. This will help with recoil control and hipfire accuracy. Next up, we're going to change out the barrel, and we're going to add the stock M16 Grenadier barrel. This is going to increase our damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. And finally, for the muzzle, we're going to put on the monolithic suppressor. So this is going to help with sound suppression and damage over range. And this is, in my opinion, the best class and attachments for the M4. So let's hop into one more final gameplay and start snapping necks and cashing checks with our gold M4.
Reloading.
Man, the gold M4
Capture
looks
and
so
defend the
nice.
objective.
Oh, get long shot.
The advantage is ours.
Reloading.
Enemy
Oh,
enemy
get shot in
down.
the toesies.
Carrying out.
Oh, get wrecked.
We hold all objectives.
Oh,
Please,
get
get
shot in the mouth, son. Get shot through the trees. Oh my god. Oh, what are you shooting at, bro? Because it ain't me. Because you dead. Didn't get wrecked. Oh my god, get super turned on, son. Victory! The grind for gold is complete for the M4. And if this video helped you at all, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. This weapon is by far the longest grind in Modern Warfare, just because it has the most levels. But just as well, the M4 is a lot of fun, so it doesn't really matter. If you want to see what I'm up to when I'm not streaming or making videos, you can follow me on Twitter at Bulldog87G. If you want to catch one of my streams, I stream Friday nights at 8 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. PST on mixer.com/Bulldog87_gaming. So I'll see you guys in the next stream, or I'll catch you on the battlefield. Peace out.